Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining me in meditation. Whether you joined my live stream, watched the recording, or just were in the same space in your own way of connecting to Source, God, life, universe, metaverse, that which cannot be named. Today we really took a dive into the concept of body mind essence as an instrument of connection, expansion, and awakening. And if you did not hear the meditation, then I'll just kind of give you the cliff notes, if you will. Is that body mind essence is a term that emerged out of my research when I was writing the book Nursing Our Healer's Heart, which is a recovery guide for trauma and burnout. And I was really examining this concept of body, mind, spirit, and found that it really didn't capture the totality of the human lived experience. From a trauma perspective, it doesn't capture the suffering that humanity has endured over the millennia. It doesn't capture, body, mind, spirit doesn't capture generational or ancestral trauma or oppressions of all nature that are inflicted upon humans by humans as a result of the collective ego that is running amok, for lack of a better term. And one of the ways that we can transcend that is to use and connect with and embody the totality of our human experience in body, mind, essence. And that is how we connect with the spiritual realm, the other realms, all of our different energy fields, every aspect of the body, including the spaces in between the cells, the interstitial space, which is what came through for me today, and our emotional body, our relational body, all of it. And so as we were in meditation, first of all, the angels were so very present. I see the angels in colors. Each of us have a different way, a different expression of our inner vision. And so Archangel Raphael was in, and also there were a couple of other angels. One was kind of this really beautiful pink magenta color, which was something I hadn't experienced um, in this way before, which was really lovely. And then of course there was the golden white energy that I am connected with almost all the time. Unless my human expression gets swept away by the mind or the ego, which happens. It happens for all of us. Fortunately, over time, those gaps get shorter and shorter and they do close. And I am in that process myself, as I know many, if not most of you are as well. So as all of this light was streaming in, all of the energy was streaming in, and then the codes started coming in. And so for me, um, the codes they're not separate from us. It's a reconnection and a remembrance of our divine innate blueprint. So I'm not doing anything super special here. That's what we're all doing together is remembering and allowing and giving space and expansion for us to connect to our truest form, our truest expression as originally intended, right, and developed. So the imagery that came through for me was as this body, using the body mind essence as an instrument of spiritual connection, expansion, awakening, and also as what I like to call my inner GPS, my inner navigation system, because the body is always, always, always communicating with us. And as I was in communion in these ways, I felt the fullness of the energy. It was as though the healing codes, the remembrance of my divine true essence. It it was like plumping a sponge. You know, if you've had a sponge by the kitchen sink for a week and you haven't used it, how it gets all kind of dried up and crinkly. And through the meditation and all the beautiful light and codes that were coming through, I felt my inner sponge, if you will, expand. There was such a fullness. There still is, actually. I don't know why I'm speaking in the past tense because it's the isnness of my moment now as well. Such an expansion, um, a fullness, a richness, so much love. And I could feel as I was attuning to my body and its wisdom and how it is always, always communicating with me what it needs, providing me guidance on next steps I should take, letting me know where I am storing worry or fear or doubt or unintegrated trauma, what I call unhealed bits of wisdom, right, that are stored in our body until such time that conditions are favorable for healing, which is now, always in the present moment. And healing, which is nothing more than a repatterning of energy in one or more aspect of our body mind essence. It's just that simple from an energetic perspective. It's a repatterning, moving us closer towards closing that gap between the separation of ego and source, right? And bringing us into alignment internally within ourselves. And so the body mind essence, I felt even this beautiful sovereign light coming through, even in the interstitial spaces in between the cells, the gap junctions. It was a flooding. It was a flooding of fullness and remembrance and connection that I will continue to embody. And I know that you will too. So the body, kind of to bring closing to this transmission, the body mind essence, right? It's not body or mind or essence. It's not an and or situation. We are whole. Body mind essence, one word, body mind essence, that represents the totality of our human and divine expression in any given moment. And using that inner GPS as a way showing light, your inner divine way showing light that helps you to make the adjustments in the physical realm so that we are aligned in all aspects of our being. And from that expression, from that alignment, now we are starting to experience a spiritual expansion, a spiritual awakening, which is nothing more than remembering and closing those gaps, allowing them to close by showing up and being present to the process, which you have done today. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I would be so grateful to know what came through for you. And, in my day job, I'm a qualitative neuroscience scientist. So I do neuroscience and qualitative research. And I am compiling all of the feedback, all of the input that is donated to this project to inform what will appear in the Oracle Deck series. So please do consider contributing if it feels aligned. From my healer's heart to yours, and until next time, namaste.